Oh, you got a black house tonight over there, low. Old school. I say, hold up. Wait a minute. I know you're somebody on the video. It's your birthday. Go Bucks. It's your birthday. Go Bucks. It's your birthday. Go Bucks. It's your birthday. Hey Bucks, it's your birthday dance. Y'all get ready for float now. Come on. Y'all wanna see a break dance? You wanna see a break dance? You wanna see a break dance? You better not break dance. You better heat hard tonight though. You better heat hard tonight, huh? What you want him to do? What you want him to do? One more time, y'all. Go Bucks. It's your birthday. 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 Go Bucks. It's your birthday. Go Bucks. Hey, look at here, man. Now, we want all of the people in the house to be quiet. Say all of the people in the house to be quiet. And now tell me now where y'all from? Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Don't be. Tell me what you feel like doing, yo. Feel like doing that buzz. Oh, tell us what you feel like doing for buzz. Doing that buzz. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go, y'all. Give me that. Hey, here we go again. Another two jam. For my man and Bugs, y'all. Somebody make some noise for Bugs, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go again. Another damn time. Hey. This is my nephew, y'all. Hey, my nephew. Look at this one now. Clap it in the top, clap it in the top. Hey, we good now. Hey, hey. So here we go again. Here we go again. To the show again. To the show again. Lock it, lock it. Your cute ass. I might buy you a new bag. Hell no, I don't do that. It's money over same thing what you do there. I might buy you a new bag. Hell no, huh? Like, steal it. Steal it, son. Where we at? I lady. I got the pussy for a real nigga. 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 I got the pussy for steal it. Steal it, son. I'm lady. I'm gonna get it for y'all. Shorty got me haunted. Shorty got me haunted. Shorty got me haunted. So good. I broke up with my old bitch. I don't fuck with my old bitch no more. Cause she's still on that whole shit. I'd rather creep with your bitch, oh, oh. Can't give my heart to no bitch. Can't put my trust in no bitch no more. Cause I feel on that no shit. Steal it. Steal it, son. She like to boot up. Hey. She like to boot up. Hey. She like to put my money with the guy. With DG. She like to boot up. Hey. Boot up. Hey. She like to put my money with the guy. Hey, hold up. I told her, cut it, 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 cut it. These prices way too high, you need to cut it. That pussy ain't no good, you need to cut it. Cut it, 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 cut it. These prices way too high, you need to cut it. Steal it, steal it, son. You gonna leave, run, season. So good. I'm just trying to run through the money, run through the money, run. When I'm trying to run through the money, run through the money, run. I gotta go. Trying to blow a check, trying to blow a check, check. You know that check, you know that, you know that check. Trying to blow a check, trying to blow a check, check. Hey, hold on. Before I go, we're gonna let a real nigga sing to you. Stop letting all the pussy niggas fight you. I like to see him believe this whole thing too. Big G, by God, I wanna thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, come on, steal it. Steal it, son. I told her money over everything. Well, if your bankroll big, she swallow everything. I'm married to the streets, no wedding ring. I walked in the Jeeps, I saw one everything. This Hennessy got me fired up.
Absolutely.
I should have sat on the other side. Bam is like the dark skinned one in this group. We reflecting the light and stuff. I should have sat Bam in the middle to balance out all this yellowness.
Yeah.
But what's going on, Bam? How was your weekend?
Man, it was wonderful, 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 wonderful. Quality radio, everything. You know what I'm saying? I took my shirt off on air and everything.
Man, that picture has been everywhere.
Yeah, man. I had to do it,
Feeling
man.
it one time, home.
He was loving himself.
Okay.
That was the whole conversation. He was loving himself, and Bam said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna love myself all the way to the point where he just came about the show."
Hey, man, do what you feel.
But he ain't had no,
But
he
just
ain't had
feel
no,
what you
he ain't
do.
had no beater underneath though. It was just all skin.
Okay.
We realized that Bam was part of the light skin family.
Yeah, I
At
told
this
y'all.
moment, we realize.
Right.
Bam
This
was
is the
light-skinned.
moment when we realized. Now we know why he be going off on the Instagram, y'all, and the Facebook, because he light skinned. He be having light skinned dude moments. How
I
are
don't
you?
have them moments.
How
I'm
was
good.
you? What? You what?
I don't have those moments, man.
Nah, he don't have that moment.
Oh, you
I
brown
used to-
skin on the
I
inside.
used to have those moments.
Okay. So that's maturity.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Okay. How was your weekend?
It was great. Good show. Saturday in VA at Babylon, and a bunch of stuff coming up, man. So I'm blessed to still be, using my platform to do what I do, grow my brand and my band at the same time. Blessed, baby.
That's what's up. Over the weekend, I had a surprise birthday party for my now 19-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's what's up.
It was awesome. She had a ball. Everybody had a ball. My freaking kids got to see their grandfather. He surprised her. He came all the way up from Carolina to see her.
That's
So
what's
that was like epic for her. So it was awesome to see her and her friends get together because she hadn't seen a lot of them in a while. So she got to get with everybody, take pictures, have a ball. So it was cool.
That
It
was
was cool.
good.
So
That was
I spent
good.
my weekend doing the mommy job.
Always a good thing. That's a 24/7 job.
Yes.
Never stop.
But this was mommy above and beyond because I had to
Yeah.
be party coordinator, decorator, cook, everything.
I
So
get it.
yeah,
I
so but it was worth it. She was all smiles, and so that made it so much worth it. And now I am preparing to throw the Halloween party for my neighborhood kids. So yeah, that's
Okay.
what's
That
coming
should
up
be
next for
exciting.
me. On the 30th, I'm throwing a Halloween party for the neighborhood kids.
Oh, that's what's up.
So
That's
they
all
can't go trick or treating, so I got to do something
give 'em
for them.
something, yeah.
Right, we got to do something for them.
Hey, Steve Roy, let's get right into it.
Oh.
You got it?
The thing of go-go, I mean, what we going through right now, where we standing there. Like how it's been different from the band.
For me, I don't know. I don't see it any different, man.
Damn.
Some of the only difference is we went from playing 4 times a week to maybe once or twice. But my love for go-go and for music is still the same, regardless of what goes on the internet and your social media platforms. It doesn't shake or bother how I feel about it. I don't care if people say go-go is dying and it's dead and it's not going to make it, because I breathe life into it every time I touch the mic. So that makes me no difference. It's still the same for me.
I mean, I think you've been doing a wonderful job to fill some shoes like Donnell Floyd. I mean, them type of moments, boy. That's enough stress
tough.
for you. I know. So how's that been? Like feeling it, and you've been killing it, taking it to the next level, man.
Man, let me sip on that. It's tough.
No, you
It's
have
tough.
been. You've been taking it to the next level. I remember when we was at Twist, and I was hosting, and the excitement you had. I mean, you done bought bottles. You done tell
Yeah,
people
man.
you didn't
So
know.
look,
Come
so
sit down.
explain to people
Yeah, I love
that
it.
getting on that mic, like people believe in their mind for some reason. They'll look at a band or you or me and they'll say, I can do that shit. It's easy. I can do that. Tell people to have that excitement, to get people engaged, to make people want to scream back to you. Like, it is not easy because you can do a whole
No.
show and people will sit there and look at you like this.
No, it's not easy, but like Bam said, I mean, I had some good people to learn from. I mean, I've learned from, of course, Donnell was probably the best, but people don't know that Donnell and I had a rapport before I got in the band, so I knew it was going to come to that point.
So how long have you been, let's start there. How long have you been in this industry, in this field?
Probably about, I guess about 15 years, I believe.
He said, I
It's
know
been
you weren't
about
going to say not
15
long.
years. Well, no, when I say not long, it feels like I've been doing it as long as others. But when I think of Donnell doing it for 35
That's what I
years,
was about to say too.
you know, Scooby doing it for Kim doing it for damn near 30 years. Like, it's not long. Derek,
Right,
even Derek from
exactly.
Vibe. I mean, and all of those people that I'm speaking of, rapper, Derek from Vibe Band,
Aren't you so
Donnell,
glad that
Scooby, I
Bam
learned
and
from all of
Rapper were grown men and came together and squashed their bullshit? Aren't you so
It wasn't
glad?
no beef though, but just like rappers say, as long as people don't do nothing to your kids, they don't do nothing outside. Sometimes it's just go talk. And Steve could vouch for this. It's not the band members or the hosts, the DJs that do the much fire. It's the fans on the sideline.
it
So
is.
they hype it up. Is that
Oh,
what you're
but
saying?
that's
They do.
any genre of music though.
Right,
They do.
right.
They do put a lot of. They try to put some fuel onto the fire, but like Bam said, I don't believe. You can say what you want on social media. People can go in there and say, "Man, I don't really like Slim and all." That's fine, but as long as you don't catch me out somewhere and confront me, then we're not beefing. You
Yeah,
just
exactly.
talking. You're
Right.
expressing an
Okay.
opinion, and that's all right with me. I don't care nothing about it.
Now, like I said, when you was at Twist, like the look on your face, like people, hey man, come here have a drink, and then you went up this stage and like, and that made me notice as a fan that y'all really love doing this. It's really not
Oh, yeah.
about the money, but everything gotta be. I
Yeah.
mean, how you got business that gotta be done. But you was so happy just to perform live.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the same reason with Gang did, same thing with Buzz did, same thing at Twist. When the doors open, y'all was like, man, like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah, Bam. It's no other feeling to when you jump on that stage like that. To me, that's what I love to do, and to see people, just out and glad to be out and glad to. I mean, when you look down in the crowd and see 200 people, 300, 500, I don't care if it's 20 people, and they staring at you and they ready
Right.
to party
They
and
wanna
they
show.
yelling back, and like you said, they engage with you.
Right.
Man, you gotta come with that energy. It ain't forget
But-
you gotta leave that bad day at home.
So how has COVID changed your interaction? Before the COVID, a lot of go-go's, fans could be able to come up. They want hugs. They get the hugs. They get the, shake. And
Yeah.
now you got COVID, and it's like, okay, what's good? How has that, you know what I'm saying? How has that affected you guys as far as, like, your interaction with your fans? How has COVID affected that?
So everybody knows, and people try to beat me up about it, but I have a kind of different outlook on it. So I did. A group of us contracted COVID in the first week of March, and it only affected me for 2 days.
Okay.
I was good. You had my household, my lady had it. So we went through it, but it was like, it didn't do anything to me. But the other people were down for it. Somebody was in the hospital for a month and a half. Somebody
Wow.
was. So
Oh, wow.
my belief was just, I feel like I'm good on stuff like that anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's always going to be one thing and the next thing. And after
Are you one of
COVID,
those
it's gonna
people that
something
you be
else.
like, you got a cold, and they be like, take this medicine, and you be like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to sweat it out.
Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna go run and take some vitamin C, some zinc, and a daily immune booster, and I'm gonna call
I
it
do
a
not
day.
understand you people.
So for other people, I am like I want to protect other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I feel like I'm good, but I don't want you to feel no type of way because you might be germophobic out this
Right,
moment. I don't know,
exactly.
but for you, I'm gonna make sure I give you an elbow. I'm gonna make sure I got the little face joint on when I'm talking to you. So I respect other people. For me, I just feel like I'm good. That's all.
Okay.
Well said. Can't say.
That's how you agree with that, ma'am? That's how you
Yeah,
feeling
I agree
too?
with it. I agree
Yeah.
with it. But I mean, everything you've been doing, but like,
So can I tell y'all my opinion on this whole thing? And y'all probably gonna laugh at me because y'all know I always got something crazy to say, but I really wholeheartedly believe this. COVID is being spread. Initially, it was for you to catch COVID, you have to be someone who doesn't wash their hands. Now, unless you got it from
That's not
somebody
true,
you
though.
were actually around, you know what I'm saying, who already had it. But when this started, initially, this was people not washing their hands. This was people not initially. Now it's you can cough in the air and everybody's sick. But
No, it's always
you know what I'm saying?
it's always been like that. No.
And I feel like that's
It's
where a
been-
lot of germs and bacteria
No, I'm
and
saying
all
as far
this
as
nastiness
the
comes
hand
from.
washing things, hopefully people wash their hands anyway. Keep hand sanitizer.
Now, be
in your
honest.
car.
You know you have been in the bathroom with someone and you done been in there washing your hands and you like,
Yeah.
hold on, bro. You just gonna walk out the...
I mean, definitely. And I'm the one that says, "Hey, dog, you skipped the sink." So I'll
Right,
say it.
right.
I'm
Oh,
always
yeah,
saying it.
Steve is that type of person.
Yeah,
Right, like,
but
bro,
it
did
ain't-
you miss
I
that?
ain't saying nothing bad, but outside of that, what it is now. When something you say that's in the air, it's always been in there. It's always been able to be caught. Like, however, it's the same as it started back in November last year. It's the same now. They were just dumb to what it was.
Yeah,
and how
because
you
me and my
did it.
kids caught it back in November. Like, it went through
Everybody
my
knows.
household like in a matter of a week and a half.
I could believe it.
Yeah.
A lot of people that were diagnosed with upper respiratory infections and
Sinus
you know,
infections. and
viruses, unknown viruses, most likely had it. But
viral infections that they couldn't treat, that they kept telling you had to run its course.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they'll tell you for sure. That's what they told all 7 of us. It's
Yep.
just, here, take this. No, I don't want that. I'm good. You can't tell me what it is. I'm straight. Don't worry
Right,
about it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That man. Matter of fact, my good friend, my sister, love her to death. Lisa the World Court, and when I talked to her, she's so in good spirits. She like
Huh?
this. I'm gonna be good. Yeah, Lisa the World Court.
Yeah.
For real?
Yep. She announced
Must be
it yesterday.
recent. I missed that.
He
Yeah,
just found
yesterday.
out yesterday.
Yesterday. I was just
Oh,
on the phone
man.
on the way with her here.
Yeah.
She in good spirits. She doing good. I
Well,
mean,
shorty, she a soldier anyway. Shout out to Lisa, man. I gotta hit
Yeah.
her up. I ain't see that.
So
Yeah.
everyone keep her in your prayers, most definitely.
Yeah, for
Definitely keep her in your prayers.
She a trooper. At least I'm gonna bring you a 50 case of Coke sodas, man. I got you, man. Everything on me.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
for real though. She a soldier. She'll be
so
all right.
straight. So
We gonna
yeah,
live
she's
her
still
up.
in good spirits. All she said, I'm just bored as hell. You know how she talk.
Aw.
That's because she want to go to work.
Yeah, but-
These are 30
Two jobs.
Yeah,
Yo,
she,
bull.
yeah, she's good folks though.
She worked for Metro and UPS. That's imagine going back those ones back to back. You's a tough one.
So-
You gotta be a tough mother.
So back to you. What made you want to get into go-go? Like, out of all the things you could be doing, because you got legs for days. You could have been a basketball
Appreciate you.
player. You could have been, like, what made you want to be like, go-go, this is what I want to do?
The sports thing I missed. I missed a lot of school years. I was a sports guy, so I missed some school years getting in trouble in the street real heavy. And then after that was over, I just came out and just watched people on the stage. It was like, yo, if they let me on the stage, somebody gonna have to kick me off. This man, like, just let me up there. I ain't gonna never get off, man. It just looked fun. I mean, I love my area, even though I'm a VA dude. I love,
What part of VA you from?
my family from Richmond, from Alexandria,
Oh,
from
okay.
all over. Well, that's my father. Then my mom is from the city. Her
Okay.
family's
I know
from
everybody
uptown.
except
So you are the
Woods.
DM, the D, what do you know? You the D and the V.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm just a straight VA dude. I got
Yeah.
three
Oh,
sisters. They were
okay.
born in the city. I was born
Okay.
in Virginia. But
Okay.
They love me in Virginia, boy. Every time you
Right.
go around Seven Woods on that Richmond Highway,
You
you
better
talking about
know it.
Go-Go,
You
his
better
name
know
come
it.
up, boy.
Yeah.
Steve Roy, that's
Seven
our
Woods.
man.
You better know it.
If you think about go-go in all the years, I mean, name another dude that was from Virginia that's prominent in go-go. I'll wait if you could tell me one. I don't know if you're going to be able to come up with one, though. If you think of anybody that's...
I'm gonna mind my business.
And proud to be from VA. That's what I like. See, some
But that's
people saying
what's
they
up,
from
though.
certain
Yeah,
places and they
man.
claim this man, like, man, people got love DC Go-Go. He got love VA Go-Go.
Right,
He's definitely,
exactly.
he's definitely the
But what's the
president.
difference between VA go-go and DC go-go?
Well, I mean, to me, it's always going to be go-go is go-go, but go-go, don't get it twisted. It's moved, down the East Coast pipeline and all of that. That's great, but it was birthed in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So it is go-go is DC. You know what I mean? It's DC's music, right? It's not Virginia's music. It ain't. It's not the state of Maryland's music. It's DC's music, right?
Okay.
But when I say, or when I wear a shirt that says I love VA Go-Go, or when I say I'm from Virginia, it's because a lot of people, like Bam said, some people will get a little name or a little weight under their belt and start talking about they from the city and they from Mo County. You know what I mean? Or they, you know, because people assume you. Now you got city swag, and they like, well, yeah, you know, you don't say you're not from the city, but you don't claim where you really from.
Right.
Some people scared to claim where they from because they feel like they won't be accepted somewhere. So I push where I'm from because I don't want no mishaps. I don't want no misunderstandings, and I don't want nobody saying Slim faking like he from the city or whatever. I just don't do that. I'm proud to be where I'm from. Intelligent Virginia guy. That's just me.
Yeah.
Boy, you got 7 words sounding off on this live, boy.
Oh, hey, that's my mom. That's 7
Yeah,
Woods,
they
the
know.
highway. Even on the
Right.
other side of Virginia from the project. What it do, Greg?
That's my
you
older
was
brother.
something
That's
on.
my
For real?
older brother.
Stop it. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Keita, Laurel,
Yes.
all them. Those my brothers and sisters.
Shut the front door. Hey, so, well, I mean, Keith, Laurel, we go way back. We
Back
grew
to the
up
Jana Lee
together.
days.
Yeah.
So I probably was at some of them parties. You just don't remember me.
Now, you was
When we
probably
lived all the way in the top in the third
Yeah,
floor.
you was probably too
With
young.
Ray Ray the dog and all that.
You was
yeah.
probably too young.
Hey, so man, like Steve Roy, man, they love, and then I like when he said when he wear VA though, because if you think about it, no, like have Virginia ever had most like legendary band, like you been part of Subtle and Vibe, and then now was Team for Me, now Still for Me. Like when people think that, they think that come out of DC because it's so legendary. The band is
Yeah.
so legendary. The people, you got Kirky, you got him, you got Donnell, you know what I'm saying? Jahar was manager. Like when
Mickey,
you think that,
yeah.
yeah, Mickey, you don't think of damn, it's a Virginia guy out there running that, but it is.
Yeah. Hey,
Now let me ask you a question we've been asking a lot of people in the go-go bands.
sure.
How do you feel about people switching bands? Like you come out with this band and this is the band that you know from, but all of a sudden now you in this band and then you in that band, and how do you feel about people switching
Okay.
and hopping from band to band?
Monty, what it do, young soldier?
Yeah,
Got
he
you,
just
little
ain't-
bro. Hey, as far as switching from band to band, I think that you should actually, unless you are a member and have been a member of Backyard or Junkyard, and you've just been there all your life. I mean, those dudes have been together for 30 years and better, and I'm absolutely glad that they have been able to do that, right? And for somebody like Sweet Thing to be able to find a spot in Backyard and fit and make that a home, another little VA homie, but
Right, yeah.
but for her,
finals.
for her to be able to do that is great, but that's not gonna happen often because
Right.
that band is solidified. You know what I mean? It's just original members. But for somebody like myself, I mean, and people that are getting into go-go, you get with a band, and that band, like I was with Subtle. You know, I had a great time with Subtle. I learned a lot with Subtle. I grew and I grew and I grew, but then when I got to a certain point, it felt like I reached the ceiling and I was hitting my head on the ceiling. Like I needed more room. But they weren't willing to change the direction of the band. Like I wanted to not be so subtle anymore. You know what I mean? I wanted to, like, yo, I'm trying to go. Like, it's
You
cool.
want to be subtle afterthoughts.
I want to go. So they didn't want to go. So I felt like I needed to just change the dynamic. Like I needed
So
some
you
type
feel
of
like
change.
if your move is for growth,
If
then
it's
there's
for
nothing
growth,
wrong with
then
it.
there's nothing wrong with it. Now, if you just can't find a home and you're problematic and you just hopping around, and you're not an asset to anybody's band, but people picking you up because you've been in the game for 30 years and let's see what he can do over here. Like, nah, now that's crazy. I don't really understand that. I don't see that.
And see this is why I like when you have grown go-go men conversation, because like you make me understand it now that I just heard you say that. But me, I was against it at first, but now that you sit there and laid it out, now I get an understanding. I could gladly say I was wrong. Because I wasn't those
'cause
guys.
we was over here cussing their asses
I
out
was
on
one of
this
them
side.
guys, and I could
We
be
was like,
honest, just
y'all
like I
disloyal.
said. Look, if I could say this, I could say it now. I
Yeah,
was one
for
of those
sure.
guys that was mad that Steve Roy left Subtle. I used to host. We used to be out the red zone eating crab legs and all that.
Right.
I'm like, Steve, why you gonna mess us up? We having the all black party. We
Yeah.
had the black and white. We way out Fairfax, right across the street from the courthouse.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we jumping. I was
Yeah,
I think he
yeah.
had so much motivation. Like, dog, like you own that Subtle, you own it. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those guys who was upset Steve Roy went with Subtle because I love him and Pretty Nikki together.
Yeah, man.
But then as I learned to know, like, bam, another situation could be a better situation because now I love you and the girls you got in your band together.
Yeah, so this what's funny, Bam, is a lot of people don't even remember that the one that's with me now, she started with me with Subtle. Like
Oh,
that was
okay.
it was myself, her, Pretty Nikki, and Ali. But because people, like you said, was so used to Steve and Nikki,
Right.
it was kind of like Kendra was holding herself back a little bit. She wasn't trying to give everything she had to give.
And now she's
But-
jumping out off the
Oh,
porch.
Donnell will tell you, Donnell had another female named Sky. Shout out to Sky, but I'm real. I don't sugarcoat anything or
Yeah,
hide
exactly.
nobody's name. So
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. The number
Yeah.
is the number is
Mm-hmm.
240-467-58.
597.
I'm sorry,
She does that every week.
597. Oh, I do this every week, y'all, and I'm
do
blind.
that- say that number again.
240-467-5970. Anything he says after this, y'all can call and have this conversation with him.
oh no, it's all good. So he had another female, and her name was Sky, and she had what we consider, the look.
Mm-hmm.
She had a voice.
Explain the look, because we just had a conversation with
Miss Spice.
Miss Spice.
Yeah.
And we discussed the look thing, the light skinned girl versus the brown skinned girl, the big girl versus the small girl. So when
Okay.
you say the look, describe what the look is so that
Okay.
we understand.
To myself and others outside, well, I'll speak for myself.
Okay.
When I think of a band's front line, I want a certain look. Like, I want everybody on the front line to kind of match each other's attractiveness, a fly. Like, I don't want somebody that's gonna come to a show that just, if I'm up there and I have on, something slick, and Kesey has on something slick, and Donnell got on something slick. I don't want somebody to come there with a big T-shirt on and big jeans, and you just like, well, I'm here. It ain't really like, you want them to have a certain look. You want your front line to have a certain look. Now,
So that doesn't have anything to do with the physical
now,
face.
so hold on. So let me get that. Like I said, I don't hold no punches.
Oh,
so
Lord.
here's the thing. So for people that say, I am not anyone to judge who's attractive and who's not attractive, let me say that. I think everyone is beautiful in your own way. Now, as far as what I want on the stage, once again, the look definitely has something to do with it. I want eye candy on the stage. I want a woman that the dudes want to come and see on the stage. Flat out, like however you want to take it, you take it. However,
You was starting something. That's why I went on ahead and dropped that number. Once again, y'all, the
listen,
number
I'm
is
all
240-467-5970 if you all would like to join this conversation
Mark,
and talk
what it do,
to
Mark?
Steve Roy. Y'all could talk to him about this.
Bridget, absolutely.
I bet you that's Pep.
VA,
much you wanna
VA,
bet?
what it
Right.
do, man? Miss Vegas, what it do, love?
How much you want to bet? That is
Pep
Pep.
or
They
Ray.
might have dropped the call. They probably thought they was gonna say something and then backed off the line.
Yeah, ain't look
Probably
at that.
said, no,
I
Slim
told
might,
you, real
Slim might
talk
say
radio.
something for real. I don't know. Let me hold up.
This is Real Talk Radio, man.
They decided they ain't want that smoke after all. Okay.
This is Real
I
Talk.
ain't want that.
Caller, he said, don't hang up name.
We got a caller? Oh, man, they calling.
They said they ain't scared of you. They call back.
That's
Our
somebody else.
callers is gangster.
That's Uber Eats. Man. It's like, nah.
Not Uber Eats, though.
Uber Eats, nigga.
Come
You
deliver
pissed
that
off the
food.
Uber Eats man on the conversation? Oh, man.
I hope not.
Right. We
No.
Hey, look,
Oh,
what we about to
okay.
hey, look, we about to give up real. Hey, we about to take a break real quick, man. Play some of
He
this
done
good
punked
Still
everybody
Familiar,
out.
man.
People calling and hanging up as soon as they think he about to answer. Boy.
Hey, look, man, we about to take a break. This is the GoGo platform live on GoGo 365, powered by Uncensored Network, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Long time no boogie. Long time no boogie. A long time no boogie. Yeah, a long time no boogie. Hey, E. Hey, hey. Look, you gotta boogie. Come on, come on. I'm gonna get it up. Let's work the land over. I'm gonna get it up. 21st. What you doing 21st? I'm gonna get it up. Right there. Let's work it.
With my hands up, I'm going in the middle. In the clouds, I'm with my hands over the same way. I know you will love me this way. It's out of the earth, so we'll never grow. Oh, it's evergreen. Give up, baby, your smile will never be more in memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of the plan. I just keep on making love to you.
Yeah.
Hoping that you understand. Thinking now, take me to your loving love. Kiss me under the light of a thousand stars. Place your hand over me high. I'm thinking now, baby, we are lost right where we are.
Give me y'all a little bit of old school tonight. Yes, yes. Shout out to the Aquarius celebrating birthdays. Aquarius. Hey, hey, it's your birthday. Hey, hey, you got a birthday. Hey. you can make it real, only you make it alright. Just to let them know that I am special to you. You're mine, yeah. Old school, oh, yeah. Yeah, you're mine, hold me down, man. Y'all don't be shy. Still familiar right here. The dance floor is open, ladies and gentlemen. Two steps is still familiar. Hey, hey, two steps is still familiar. Hey, hey, two steps is still familiar. Right there, hold me down, man. We just warming up. We just warming. Yeah. Y'all got your own halftime show right here for the Super Bowl. Hold me down. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Let's work. Look, I love the way you touch me. I love the way you feel. Every time you give me my love.
And we are back.
Yeah.
We had to take a minute, yo. We was getting the giggles and laughing, man.
Yeah, it was
Like,
too.
It was
look,
getting a little too funny in here.
It was too funny, and man, what we talking about and was so real. Like you gotta, man. Sometimes you gotta take that hate on the chin. I'm gonna make memes about me did this, took pictures, switch that shit around. I still gotta keep it going though, man. I gotta take that shit like like a wall. Then you take that for 5
I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm not that grown yet. So if you come for me, if you send for me, I'm going to show all the way up. I clap the fuck back.
Hey,
I
yeah.
can't just sit there and be like I'm not. I love Martin Luther King to death, but I celebrate Malcolm X Day. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I ain't got no cheeks to turn. You took shit to me. It's by any means necessary. Period.
Per. Now,
Cause I don't bother nobody. So
Hey,
I
you
don't want
think,
nobody bothering me.
people throw, I mean, the word go-go out there. I mean, the word battle and go-go, and it seems like it just blows up like a ball. Kano, do you think that is a problem with battling? I think it's fun for real.
Nah, I think it's fun too. You just gotta know who you gonna battle though. You can't just jump out there with anybody. You gotta let the monsters battle the monsters and then
Right.
the little monsters battle the little monsters. So I mean that's not in my lane. We in the lane that they call grown and sexy, of course.
Right.
So we in the lane with Vibe and Let It Flow and Kim and Scooby and Subtle, and it's us. So to me, you put all us in a bag and say, man, it's a battle of the grown and sexy bands. I love all of them. Like I have a rapport with all of them. Now they may all not love me, but I don't have no problem with them though, and it's all good. Yeah, it's been said. I get it, but I don't have no problem with them. It's not like I said before.
What? They
As long
don't
as they
like
don't
you?
come and say nothing to me, when they see me, they, you know,
Right.
you might not like
Let's
what you're
keep it
saying, you might
grown.
not like me, but you gotta respect me. So
Right.
it's all good. But if you put us all on the stage, then I feel like I'm going to bust everybody's head. I don't care who you are, whatever you doing, you about to have a problem. Because I got Jammin' Jeff and Mickey back there with Kirky, and you going to have an issue. But I'm not going to take that same thing and say, all right, let me go play with Backyard. Like, that's retarded. Or R.E. or J.Y. or Northeast Groove. So
Right.
you got to pick your battle for sure. But there's nothing wrong with it. It ain't nothing wrong with a Rumble, man. It's all fun in that.
Now you growing up being I mean, like most Virginia people like Northeast Grooves. This Friday you'll get to play with them. So how is that gonna be? I'm good because I'm hosting the jump, so I'm gonna be in
Right.
front center.
Oh no, we gonna go in. We had a show. Rapper. That's brother. So we just had a show get canceled. I was gonna play not just like Familiar and NEG. I was gonna be on the stage with Northeast. So, but the joint got canceled, of course. PG did their little thing. Whip Wop won't, so that's no more. But I mean, Bam, it used to be man, 10 years ago, it'll be crazy for me to think like I'm gonna be on the stage with rapper or playing on the same platform as Slim, right? Today it's still the same way because I'm a fan of Go-Go, man. I'm a fan.
Right.
If we play with Backyard, I'm there early and I stay late because I want to see Back. Like,
Oh yeah,
them my
you do. You
dudes,
is an early.
you know what
He
I
is an
mean?
early bird, though.
Yeah,
He
so
is an early bird.
It's still the same for me. I got love for them dudes, but I love what they do on the stage. So it's the same, dog. I still love it. I'ma love to see that shit Friday. I ain't gonna lie.
So, if you had to put together a show
Mm-hmm.
of your own choosing of your favorite 5 bands, what would it be?
My favorite 5 bands?
Matter of fact, no, you only gonna get 4. Your favorite 4 bands, you could put them on the stage together. What would it be?
Back, Northeast Groovers, JYRE.
Okay.
Can't
He didn't have to
question
think about that.
Yeah, you
He
can't.
was like,
even-
that's what
No.
it
Hey,
is.
no, you cannot.
That's a wrap.
Hey, listen, man, you cannot question that. And I know what's starting to be traditional, man. I know it probably was tough this year. Your birthday Jones be off the chain, huh?
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, this year, man, since I always, I was trying to think of something to do, right? Something different that nobody's done. I don't like the theme, the pink and white, green and white, white, black, red. White. I don't like that. So I think this year coming for my birthday in June, I'm already talking to a venue because I'm going to need a big space. But I'm going to do like a first annual hat and heels party so the ladies can put on caps since I always wear hats. And I'm also coming out with I just started a little line. I got a logo patent. It's called LIC, L-I-C. It stands for ladies in caps, of course. So when you see that, it'll have all the little cute sayings on front of the hat, you know.
So when you do that, you gonna tag me so I can get me one of them, right?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, man. I try to make the birthday something crazy, man. And this year, I don't know. I want my man and my lady, Kim from Kim and Scooby, of course. She has a birthday in June, a week before mine. Well, not even a week, about 4 days before mine. And then KC from JY, his birthday's the day after mine. So I'm gonna try to get us all on the same card.
Those Geminis, and I'm June 15th,
Yeah.
though. Gemini.
Boy.
You
Yeah.
got BJ, man, try to do so many Gemini.
Bam, you too, you in there too, Bam.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get So if y'all listening, JY, Kim and Scooby, I need both of y'all, man. I need familiar Kim and Scooby and JY on one card,
So we're
and
going.
let Bam host it and turn up like that.
So we're gonna ask you one more question before we let
Please.
you get up out of here,
Please
and then
do.
we're gonna let you do your shout outs and tell us how we can find you and all that great stuff. Okay?
Please do.
You want to take the final question, or you want me to take it?
Go ahead, take it. Go
All
ahead,
right.
take it.
So the final
we
question
talk
that I
all the time.
have for you is that being someone who grew up being in Virginia and also being in Washington D.C., you've seen the difference in between the communities and between the culture for the youth here. What do you think is the biggest obstacle or the biggest downfall that has caused our youth to be in such an uproar?
Oh man, that's kind of like an unfortunate question, right? I don't care where you from. Doesn't matter if you're from the city, from Virginia, from Kansas City, Missouri. The thing that we have in common is we're black, right? So it's just like I was having a conversation with a friend the other day talking about seeing a therapist, a black person going to go see a white therapist. I don't believe that therapists will ever be able to understand you because our upbringing is kind of the same across the board. It's like when you hear an NBA story or an NFL story and it seems like everybody has the same story. Man, he came from a broken home. You know, his mom raised him. His dad wasn't there. It was tough. Man, he had to do this. You know, he went to jail. That's a black thing, man. I don't
Right.
care where you from. And I think it's still a black thing. It's still going on we're still not getting. We never got 40 acres and a mule. We've never been given anything to help any of us, and we're the ones that need the help. So it's unfortunate, and it's also unfortunate that we're the only group of people, speaking of black people, that don't help each other. Asians help each other. They don't care. They're not afraid to put a store up in the middle of the hood because
And build an apartment in the top of that mud.
Yeah, they feel like they're not
Yep.
gonna be bothered. But if we put a store, they might break into our shit and bust it up and burn it down. So you know, once again, I don't care where you're from. The only thing I can say is don't be discouraged by those that try to tell you, man, you wasting your time trying to speak to these youngins, because the same old rule apply, man. If you could reach one, man, that's all that matters. So do whatever you can in your community. I don't care where you from. If you could reach one youngin', man, that shit go a long way, man. Don't give up on them young people, because they've already been given up on. That's just it. But we kind of all got the same story. Just keep pushing, man.
Wow. Awesome, awesome.
Yes.
Tell the people how to find you.
That took me to another place. Back at it. Dead, I ain't gonna lie. So,
That's the point. I'm here to bring it out.
yeah, it's all good. You can find me on Facebook, of course, Steve Roy. You can find me on IG, Steve Red Roy. And you can find me on the stage near you somewhere acting like a damn fool, man, but loving
man.
every minute of it.
It's
all right?
Friday, man. Middletown, man. Hall, y'all better be there, man.
Middletown Hall this Friday with Northeast Groovers. Then right after that on Saturday, Lounge 66. Man, and a whole lot of stuff coming up in November. Man, please, please, please be on the lookout.
All right. So when you start dropping all this stuff, you going to come back through and holler at us, right?
Absolutely, man.
Okay, 'cause
And
you know, we play the videos and everything.
I need y'all to Jammin' Jeff, my drummer. He has a record company, New Level Entertainment. He just released the album. I wrote some songs on the album. I have about 2 or 3 songs on the album. Please get it. It's nice. It's. I really think that if you ever thought go-go or a song with a go-go feel could go somewhere else, like some of those songs on there can definitely make something happen for us. So it's real
wow.
nice. New Level Entertainment, Jammin' Jeff. Check it out. And also, if you haven't heard, Alpha Duncan, myself, we have a couple of songs, Black Lives Matter, and we have Forever Duncan featuring Alpha Duncan, myself, and Kendra from Familiar.
Yeah. We be back right here, man. Miss Virginia and my man Javon Street Garvey's in the building, man, talking about music and life and getting the community together. She is one of them. This is a go-go platform. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. We are still familiar. Know we're going through some type of time right now, but we can all find a certain relief in certain things. And our certain relief is music. Our music is beautiful, brings us together. This is time we need to stand together, educate ourselves, but still be able to dance, sing, and release that happiness. We here for y'all and y'all are here for us. Feel familiar, man.
It's that flow that get a war ignited. Type of bars that get God indicted. Nah, player hate me, but you gotta like it. Gangsta party, ain't none of you fuck boys invited. My PSI report, you know that's super clean. 007s, 016s, know what I mean. Meaning I never read it, nigga. Rather play Russian roulette with an automatic, nigga. Cool dude, but fool, I ain't your average nigga. Threaten Gavi the quickest way to a casket, nigga. Southeast niggas speak highly of me. Northeast niggas, yeah, they gotta love me. Southwest niggas getting a lot of money. Come uptown, you know who riding for me. In Northwest, my influence like Mike Frey, but I'm noise, so I might spray or slice with a nice blade. Hey, they say, Gavi, what you mugging for? I got enough paper, I can fund the war. I got a master plan, oh, we gon' make it out. I feel like Kennedy, they wanna take me out. Doc Holiday. Sniper rifle hit you from a block away. Hey, in DC, they playing G games. Catch you out of bounds and put your life on freeze frame. Yes, I try to refrain from living that lifestyle. Every now and then you gotta turn a nigga lights out. Like I work for Pepco. Walk up, let the tech go. 10 blocks away, you can hear them shots echo. You're now rocking with the very best. Sprinting through them trenches like a running back. Grind season ink, I been double that. Grind season ink, B-O-double-S. Yes. Hey, guess who's back? God. Hey, guess who's back? God. Hey, guess who's back? Told y'all. God. Hey, guess who's back? God.
Fresh for 88.
You heard. Let's get it. Hey, we got it hard like it's 88. Hey. 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 Javon Street Gavi, call me Fat Rodney. Boss sweatsuit, new beef and broccoli. Watch a Scarface on my VCR. You know I'm moving weight when you see my car. Ronald Reagan in office, Jay coming in often. Stay low and move cautious when you end up in that coffin. Watch out for informants, fans coming with warrants. Larry Hoover, my idol. I ain't wanna be like Jordan. All I wanna do is get rich, cause I'm so sick of being poor. Yeah, you getting paid for life rich, gotta watch out for niggas like Poe. You eating good, better feed your shooters. The closest nigga to you, he'll turn to Judas. Never leave the crib unless I got my Ruger. Split your wig, now your brain running down the sewer. Real niggas be so hard to find. Grind like it's 88, party like it's 99. We got it hard like it's 88. Hey. 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 I said smoking that weed, feeling fine. Got me a 40 and a brand new 9. Smoking that weed, feeling fine. Got me a 40 and a brand new 9. I feel like Tony Lewis in the Caliburn. With my collar pop, smoking on a lot of herb. On everything, I swear I had a dream. I was in Queens getting cream with Kingdom Supreme. Riding in the Chevy on skate, nigga. T-top, Monte Carlo 88, nigga. MJ was doing dumps from the free throw. Maki and Mario was sticking to the G code. Imagine Uncle Corn wearing a peacoat in the crack house strap, looking up the peacoat. Yeah. And if you get away, I bet they call you ghost. Say what? And if you burning bread, you better keep the dough. Oh yeah. I used to cut class so I can cut my dough. Damn. If these streets want your head, they gon' cut your throat. Bam. Real niggas be so hard to find, grind like it's 88, party like it's 99. We grinding hard like it's 88. Hey, 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 hey. We grinding hard like it's 88. Hey, 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 hey. We grinding hard like it's 88. Hey, 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 hey. We grinding hard like it's 88. Hey, hey, hey.
Fresh for 88. You suckers.
Brown Season Incorporated. Yeah.
Fresh for 88. You
Yeah.
And we are back on the Go-Go platform. As you can see, we have switched up the set some.
Yeah.
To my left, we got Mr. Garvey in the building.
You did.
And to my right, we have the beautiful Miss Regina Tixley. How
Yeah.
are you, ma'am?
Hey.
Welcome to the set.
Garvey, man, what's been going on, man?
Man, I've been chilling, man, like freeze ice. Staying out the way, man. Keeping my mask and all that, man.
Still got that grind season gear pushing through the city, though, man.
Got to.
How that feel, everybody support, man? I run into grind season gear all the time.
I mean, it's a beautiful feeling because, you know, you work hard for that, you know? So, you know, everybody who start a company, it ain't easy to get support from the people, you know what I mean?
Right, man, you definitely got it,
Like,
man.
y'all know he been working so hard. He done got slim on us out here. He been working so hard. He done worked all these little baby fat off and everything. He done came back all slim and ready to go throw a house party on us and shit.
Hey, yeah, she
You know what
said I look like Clay.
You
Hey,
do.
look.
You like play like shit.
Hey, look, so man, like the music, like man, like you've been putting hit out the hit. The music is so great.
Yes.
Why do people gotta wait that long for another Garvey album? That's what they say. I love, man. Garvey is got this moment, but he just stopped. He won't come out with another, and he'll have a hit album, put it out there, and then we gotta wait another year or another 8 months.
It be a lot of politics. I ain't about to wait that long. You know, Chozo did good actually, so I'm gonna do Chozo
yeah,
too.
I love that jump.
Yeah, but we could do better. Meaning, you know, I hate to talk for myself, but I mean, a lot of people been coming to me about this project. They saying this is my best project. You know, that's something to say. You know, I've been in the game for this long, and they still saying this is your best joint.
When you say this long, put a number to it.
Shit, I came home in 2004. I've been rapping since then.
Okay.
I ain't been
Boy,
stopping.
you old as hell.
Yeah,
No.
I got multiple CDs.
Well, I seen an interview where this guy said you was his biggest influence growing up. Shy Glizzy said my biggest influence wasn't no Tupac or people like that. My influence was this guy from DC named Gerard Street Garvey.
Man, when Shy Glizzy first started, like when nobody ain't really know him like that, I embraced him. Like, not just him, I do that to all these youngers. When they get at me and contact me, I try to give them game as much as I can. And Shy Glizzy was just one of the ones. He just started coming around, you know, coming to the studio and shit like that. And to see him where he at right now at this point, that's a beautiful thing,
Well,
man.
all of them love you, from Wale to Festa Big Fellas. Like every
Oh,
hip
Big
hop
Fella, that's
pioneer
bruh.
in this
That's
city,
bruh.
they love you. And you know, one of my favorite that I want to ask how that song came about. Like, I think one of your best verses that I love is the one in the Trap House joint with him and Big G.
Man, fella.
Yeah, you went in on that joint, girl.
Oh, they know I don't play, man. When I come in, I'm coming in, Joe.
And the Kenilworth Katrina joint, that too, that
Oh,
Burn
yeah,
Murray
that-
joint, that joint was
Man,
shit
it's
too.
crazy. I be listening to you on these records, and I be like, that ain't the Brody. Like, he's so, like, when I see you, it be all love, and then you get on the record, and you be like, I'll rip your head off and kill your dog, and I be
No,
like,
I don't kill the
wait a
dogs
minute,
no more.
damn,
I
not
used
the
to kill the
Brody.
dogs when I first started. I don't kill the dogs no more.
I'm like, not the Brody.
Now, before we go into what Miss Virginia got on, and I like because
Not
we all
into
on
what
this,
she got on though.
no, I say she got going on. I like because we all on this panel. So how you feel about? I mean, and you involved in the community so much. You done gave out grind seeds and stuff at the store. I seen you signing stuff. Like, how do you feel? What it's gonna take to get the violence together, especially in 8 Ward on the south side?
It's just man, people got to put their pride to the side.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? If people don't, is you a hustler or is you a hater? Because a hustler gonna hustle. You gonna get
Right.
money with somebody even if you don't like them. Like, see, we can't get past the I don't like them part. People don't even know why they don't like some people. You know,
And then y'all bringing mamas and babies and people's sisters and brothers into the mix of the bull.
man, power in numbers, man. That's the strongest thing you got.
Man, you told me a long time ago, people don't hate you. People don't hate you just to hate you.
Yeah,
They
I
hate
did.
you because you're doing something you can do. And I remember you told us
Right.
that when we was up Listen Vision, man. That thing, like, that's like one of the most, and you motivate so much youngers. Like I know when Crystal McNeil's son passed, you was right with the host, like saying we got to get together, still trying to get the kids. You one of those people that hasn't turned their back on the youth. Tell us why.
Nah, because when I came up, I ain't had no positive role models, believe it or not. Like, I can't remember one time, and it's crazy, when I really thought about it, they used to tell me, man, go watch the corner. Put the gun right there, or, you know, nobody never tell me it was something better you can do with yourself. So at this point in my life, I done been through so much. I could be that same person, but I feel like I ain't doing my duty as a king, and that's breeding another king, because
Right.
you ain't one unless you breeding others, and the only way you can do that is by sharing information and, you know, trying to stop them when they mistakes before it happens.
All right, Miss Virginia, as how you feel for what he says? Have you been in the community just as much as he is?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I always believe that God created man first for a
Right.
reason.
Right.
And you already know, I pride myself on Psalm 116:16. I mean, I am a servant of God. I am his created to serve. You got so many strong black women out here, but what are men?
Right.
What he said is he never had that role model. He had the one to say, hide this right here. You watch this corner. He never had that one to say, take your behind to school.
Read a
Get
book.
good grades. Go in the house. It's 9 o'clock. The street lights coming on. Go in the house. Did you take out the trash today? How your mom doing? Go see if your mom needs some help. He never had that type of role model.
Right.
And a lot of our kids these days, our youth, they are especially in Ward 8. They're being reared by, I want to say maybe 75% black women households are being led by the black woman.
Right.
Where are the men? We need the men to step it up. We understand that it was mass incarceration and the men was taken out of their homes, X, Y, and Z, but we're in a day and a time now where it's either live or die. So we can't keep on sitting there crying about what happened in the past. We need the men to step forward. The women are present. The
Do you
women
feel
are
like
there.
that the men are using that now at this point, at this day and age,
I
is being
feel
used as a
like-
crutch?
I feel like some men, and only through personal experience and talking to the youth, I feel like some fathers felt like because they weren't there for their sons at an early age, like what's the point now? But I always tell them it's never too late, because they will be surprised if they have a conversation. Like, for instance, with my own son. My son's 27. His dad said he had to go to his son, which is our son, and apologize for not being there for him. He wasn't locked up. He just wasn't there. And he had to go to his grown adult son to apologize. But he didn't let that black men have an abundance of pride that is unbelievable.
Yep, they don't. But I think that kind of falls in line with that thing of black men not wanting to go to counseling, black men not wanting to express emotion. You know, a lot of black men feel like, well, growing up, that wasn't shown. That side wasn't shown
But
to
then
me.
that's where our part. God created woman to be a helpmate. He didn't create you just to be looking good, smelling good, and be good in the bed. He created
Right.
you to be a Proverbs woman.
Exactly.
That's going to be there to support that black man. That's going to be there to push that black man into his greater. That's going to be there when the streets in one ear, you in the other ear saying, no,
Right.
I believe in you. I support you.
Right.
You know, don't worry about that. I'm right here because a lot of men, black men, just have this abundance of pride. And then they feel like if they're not bringing something financially or materialistic to the table, that's not what it's about. Your children need your time. They want your time.
Yes.
They want your time. And believe it or not, all children want discipline. They want to be told what to do.
They don't want to be punched in the face and thrown up against the wall, but they want you to tell them, okay, have that conversation.
But sometimes, see, I got a 32-year-old, a 29-year-old, and a 27-year-old. So sometimes you got to punch them in the face.
Oh, trust me, I know. I got some teenagers and some grown.
Sometimes you gotta like give them that tough love because this the challenge I have with some moms. And I'm not looking down on moms because they dealing with their own. You rather get out here and fight a sister in the street over a no good dude.
Oh, no, I'm gonna beat your ass out of sister.
But you gonna punch your 10-year-old in the mouth when she disrespect you.
Say that again. Hold on. Wait a minute. What?
You will get out here and you will fight a sister who you don't know over a dude who ain't no good to either one of you. But you won't punch your 10-year-old in the mouth when she gets smart in the mouth.
Oh, I thought you said, but you will punch your 10. I was like, wait a minute, huh?
No. We got to stop putting the responsibility on the community, on our community leaders. We got to be parents, and this is the role I play.
And this is my thing. This is my thing. I'm not going to necessarily say you got to punch your child in the mouth, but at some point, that child, for me, I feel like growing up, I knew there were boundaries. I knew once it got to a certain point, my ass was in trouble. And I knew that. I had that fear. It made me rethink. It made me think about things I did, the actions I took. Nowadays, kids is just like, I don't give a damn. I'm going to do what I want when I want.
It's a different kind of parenting. My mother put the fear of God in us.
Right.
But she also put the fear of Shirley. And Shirley didn't play. And that was her mom's name, Shirley.
Oh, okay, because I thought, oh yeah, see, I had that too. I had that girl. I had that country grandma.
So Shirley could look, and my grandmother could look at you, and you already knew. And I tell parents, put that fear into your kids. Put it into them because guess what? You either raise them now or go prepare to send them canteen later.
My grandma told me when I had my first child, she said, let me tell you something, baby. She said, I know this going to sound crazy. She said, but you about to have a girl. She said, and she going to give you hell. She said, you better teach her you crazy at a young age so that when she turns 16, you ain't got to prove it. And my grandma told me that. And my grandma was an old country lady.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing that our youth is missing is love. I had a round table with a group of young men, along with other men, and I asked them. I said, the worst thing for me when I go on these crime scenes is when a mother walk up and she don't call her son phone. He hasn't answered, but she know that's her son tennis shoes under that sheet. And she's going into cardiac arrest or some type of emergency something. How would you feel? How would you feel if that was your mother? And this little guy was 14. Know what he said? He said, I mean, if it happened, it happened. And I said, baby, you need some love. I said, you need a hug. Come here, because you're missing love right now. When the last time somebody told you they love you? We have gotten out of a place where we tell our kids we love them. We pray over our kids before they leave the house. You know, so we got to get back to the basics. It's not a government-led thing. It's not a leadership-led thing. It starts right here with the village, with all parts playing a part. But it started in the home.
So let me ask you a question. Because I know when I was growing up, you know, if you walk down the street and you do something and the lady down the street seen you was in trouble with her and then she was going to bring you home to your mama. But now everybody has this thing of don't put your hands on my baby. Don't say nothing to my baby. That's my child. Why you talking to him? Everybody has that mentality that as soon as you say something to a child or correct the child, the mama or the daddy want to fight. Like, so how does that work when you coming up in this situation where ain't nobody believing in that no more?
Well, people believe in it, but people just afraid. That's why one thing I do in my SMD, that's single member district, as an ANC commissioner, most commissioners have at least 1,500 to 2,000 constituents, residents in their area. I can't man 2,000 people.
Right.
So one thing I initiated was block captains. And a block captain is Miss Murray, Mr. Bam, Miss Helen, Mr. Joe. You see someone on your block that look like it may be kind of sort of out of place, you don't have to call the police. Call me. I'm going to come check it out, or I'm going to call 311. I need you to go check this out. Block captains. Not just that. We got to build our communities back up. How you live next door to somebody you don't know who they are? How you live upstairs from somebody you don't know who they are?
Yeah.
We got to start repairing our own community, starting right here at our own front door. And then once your children see you, oh, man, I can't. If my mother goes somewhere, I can't even go outside and smoke.
Or I can't sneak up on me.
Because Miss Sue going to tell.
Yes. See, that's how it was when I was growing up.
We got to restore all of that. We have to restore all of that.
And so if you could give us one keynote point and where to start, what would it be?
Start in your own household. I keep telling people, it's never too late. As a parent, you might have been doing things, I ain't gonna say wrong, but you might have been doing things different.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too late to stop and say, you know what, this shit ain't working right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no communication with my son. My daughter hates me. It's no time that it's ever too late to go back and say, let's start over, let's redo this.
Okay.
As long as because I know some mothers, a lot of mothers whose child is gone. One mother, her son's in a wheelchair, and she's having some challenges. You know what another mother told me? I would have accepted my son in a wheelchair.
Right.
She said she wouldn't?
She would have.
I would too.
She said, Mr. Jane, I would have accepted my son in a wheelchair.
You better know it. I'm going to accept him
So
anyway
it's
he
never
come
too
because he
late.
mine.
It's never too late to go and say, you know what, this ain't working. God, I need your help. Miss Sue, how did you do this? How you raise 10 kids? You
Well,
know?
look here, girl. I got some questions for you, honey, when we get up off this set, because, baby,
Hey, look. Okay, let's get into
I
it.
need a mentor.
So election day coming up.
Yes, election day.
So how you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm feeling strong. Like I said, I pride my servantship on Psalms 116:16, where it says, I am God's servant. I believe this is a work that he has purposed me for.
Right.
And
tell us what role you're running for so that
I am
everyone's
running.
clear.
I am rerunning
Rerunning.
to be again, once again, the commissioner for ACO4 in the Great Ward 8 single member district ACO4.
What made you take on that passion? That
I'm gonna tell
what
you,
made
believe it or
wanna
not,
do
it was
that?
one person.
One person?
I have been serving, doing this work for years, as you know, Bam. I have been serving in my community.
Right.
My kids always get mad because I used to take kids home. I work in the school system. Take kids home, feed them, do their hair, buy them clothes. And, you know, the old lady called me. She said she need this, she need that. I get a group of young men, come break her yard. So I've already been doing the work in the community. But it was one person, she said to me, she said, Miss Regina, she said, you need to run for ANC. I said, girl, what is the ANC? Because at the time, I didn't even know who my ANC was.
Oh, wow.
She said, I said, what's the ANC? She said, Mr. Jenny, you've been doing the work. She said, we need credible people. We need people that's really going to serve and do what you do. And that was Sharice Crawford.
Oh, wow.
That was Sharice Crawford. She said, Mr. Jenny, you ought to run. But once I did it, I was like, okay, I was excited. But now that I'm in it, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't have God in your life, because there's some folks out there who don't understand what being a true servant is. You know, like this heavy development going on in Ward 8.
And what's that about?
You can't come over here and make all these millions of dollars, build all these condos, build hotels, and you don't have nothing for the community, which is a CBA, a contract by you don't have nothing for it. What is the community going
How they going to benefit, right.
When you putting up, right there on South Capitol 295, it's going to be 700 condominiums, stores, retailers. What you going to get a community?
A bigger tax?
I mean, seriously, we as commissioners have to really take our job serious. And when these developers come to us for an ask, a letter of support, well, I want to build this, well, I want to do that, what you going to do for the community?
Right.
And before now, I'm not going to say now, but before maybe a few years ago, you had people serving as ANC commissioners who wasn't asking for nothing back, was just giving.
And our baby's just losing.
You know, recreational centers has been shut down for over a decade. No crime intervention until our... Can I give a shout out?
Go ahead.
To the hardest working. Councilmember Trayon White.
Yes, he is.
The hardest working.
He definitely got my respect. But the thing that give me mad, you know, we in the Ward 8 group together, like, it hurts me that when somebody like him out there and trying to help, he gets so much blame for men losing their life, and I think that's very, very wrong.
Let me say this. So we had the end of the fiscal year,
right? And
all reports got to be done. And I get the email, Mr. Jane, how many crime scenes have you been on? I can't even count it. Is it 75 to 100? We had 150 murders right now, maybe 152, because a young man was shot today.
Jesus.
On MLK. About 1 o'clock. And it's on Murder Mayhem. Of course, I went there, but it's on Murder Mayhem. And the young man laying there bleeding out
What's Murder Mayhem?
It's a
Ambulance,
young-
fire station right down the
Gotcha.
street. Young man bleeding out. The community going off. The police just putting up tape.
Oh my God, Jesus.
See, I'd be a different police officer because I'd be trying to find a towel, a shirt,
Right,
to apply
something.
pressure. And I think it's some kind of policy with, especially with COVID, they can't. But I'm being.
They got gloves on.
But I would be different. So the young man like, help me. But what's your name? You know, trying to get his name. So if he do expire, you know, you can at least try to. But I'm like, so let me say this: Mayor Bowser didn't shoot nobody. Councilmember Trayon White ain't shoot nobody.
Right.
But he had almost every crime scene.
Right.
3 and 4 in the morning. Here's a family. So when they get on there and they say, what are you gonna do about the crime? This is my advocacy change at y'all. What y'all gonna do about the crime? Because guns don't live on the street.
Period. Guns don't
live
shoot
in a
nobody.
house. They live in a car.
Let me tell y'all something.
Wait a minute. We got so many young women that's
Oh,
popping up
Jesus.
dead. You know what the
Yeah,
young
that's crazy.
Hold on,
You know
say
what the
that
youngin
again?
told me the other day?
What?
And I looked at him and I said, I should whoop your butt for saying
What
that.
you mean they popping up dead?
I mean, they being shot.
They being shot,
He
yeah.
said, Miss Gigi, some of these young ladies out here, they setting dudes up. I said, nah. I said, because I got a different kind of DNA. I'm too scared to do something like that.
Nah, but there's
even
some of them doing it.
No, but no, even still, if that's the case, what gives you the right to walk around in our community with an unregistered illegal handgun? Because guess what? Gun violence ain't the answer. So you might have killed someone. But guess what? What did it resolve? Like the brother said, that still ain't get you more money. So we got to stop blaming the leaders. We got to go back into our own, started my own front door. I live 211. I'm responsible for 2. I got to make sure ain't no guns in 211.
Right.
I got to make sure anybody living in 211 ain't out here with no guns.
Right.
The responsibility goes back to community. What is Trayon going to do? What is Mayor about? What are you going to do, community? Because
Right.
these are our sons and daughters and nieces and nephews that are being killed. What are we going to do?
Right. Definitely
I'm not
right.
saying put them in jail, but then you got to look at it like this. When you shoot someone, you shouldn't get to go home with an ankle bracelet.
At all.
Because guess what? This mother cannot get her son. I don't know if y'all ever consoled, but I've consoled many of them. This mother can't get her child back. So why you get to go home with a leg monitor and play the PlayStation? Or smoke, or do whatever you want to do. This lady is grieving forever. Her heart is done.
Every birthday, every anniversary.
So why should you
every
go
day.
home and relax?
Right. Definitely. I
The
definitely
community
agree.
has to really take its place back. We keep saying we save us, we protect us, then we got to start really doing it. I'm not getting in your business, but I'm trying to help you.
Right. Because we definitely have
Because
to help
violence-
ourselves first.
Violence begets violence. You kill this lady's son, her next son gonna come kill you. Then your big brother or cousin gonna come, and it goes back and forth.
And that stuff go on for years. Jeez.
It's to the point where we had a crime scene on W Street. When the young man, I'm not gonna say his name, respect for his family, it was so chaotic. It took the ambulance forever. The community going off. They end up pushing the shoving match with MPD. Like, where's the help? Where's the help? Not even an hour later, a young man lost his life on Elvis Road. I said, man, I'm not going back out there. It's something going on in this war tonight. God, I don't have nothing around my waist but extra pounds. I'm not doing it. I'm serious. Like, I'm at a point where I really second guess. Do I really want to go out back into this community to another crime scene? Not just that, it's trauma.
I was gonna ask you that. How do you deal with that, going out and seeing that? How do you go? I mean, now get it. Trust me, the Lord is good and He gonna protect you and give you peace, and I know that first and foremost. But just the drive back coming from that, I could only, like, I've lost a child, so I know how it feels as a mother. But to be someone in your position who sees that basically on a regular,
I'm gonna say this.
like,
It ain't none of me. It ain't none of me. Last night, I go to Union Temple, and the pastor wife, Mother Murray Wilson, called me this out of the blue. And throughout the conversation, she's like, baby, we be praying for you. It's folks out here praying for me, because this ain't me. Trust me. It ain't me. I know that this is what God has me to do, because there's nowhere in the world.
Like,
Sometimes
mentally.
I sit up, and I'm like, myself, the council member, and my community sister, Maria Johnson. I was so on edge that night after seeing that scene on W Street. I said, I can't go to another scene. I said, Riri, I need you right with me. We got another possible homicide on Elvins Road. She said, sis, come get me. 1 o'clock in the morning, we out there. The council member said, I'm ready to go. I said, well, we getting ready to go. I'm sitting up on the side of my bed watching Netflix. It's 3 in the morning. I can't even go to sleep. You know why? Because I'm like, God, what else can I do to help? Not just that. We got the whole family came to the scene. I'm like, what can we do? What can we put in these people's head? Like, I don't care what you have done. And that's just me. Does it constitute me to go and kill your loved one?
Right.
Now, you do something to one of my grandkids, like in violation or sexual, then I'm going to scrape the skin off your neck.
Mm-hmm.
But because we had a beef, because we argued,
Right.
because you might have made more money than me that day selling weed, did that constitute me to get a gun and kill you? We gotta get into the mindsets about youth, because they have no value for life anymore.
Right.
We gotta teach them that you are worthy, other people's lives are worthy, but it goes back to we gotta start showing love. We gotta instill love again in our communities.
So let me get you to touch on one subject real quick. And I'm just going to say one word, and I'm going to let you take it away. White supremacy.
Yeah, well, not in Ward 8. Not in Ward 8. And I know what you're going to talk about the dude Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't South Carolina. This is Southeast Washington, D.C. And I believe in democracy. You can be Republican, independent, whatever. But I'm going to tell you, it's no room in Ward 8 in Washington, D.C. for no white supremacy. Bad enough we dealing with it in the White House.
Right.
You're not going to come in Southeast Ward 8, set up a table on Good Hope Road.
Period.
And talk about some white supremacy. I don't believe in violence and I don't promote it, but you will get shut down. Because I found out that possibly he had ties to one of the worst shootings in history in South Carolina at the church.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't deny it. He's like, he kind of
brushed it off.
He doesn't affiliate with them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always taught what's in the heart come out the mouth.
Period.
So guess what? It's in you. And that behavior is taught. He only 25 years old. So he ain't lived long enough to experience nothing. So that was a taught behavior. But I'm going to say, if you look at, it's no room in Ward 8 for that, son. Get all the way out of here.
Period.
Now, and I got 6 grandkids, and I'm telling you, I'm going to stamp all that.
And look, and I got a gang at my house, and if I got to bring them with me, we'll get you up out of here one way or another, but we're not playing none of that.
Yeah, because he had a sign up yesterday. And the reason I didn't go down there, I said, because number one, if I go down there, I ain't going to be right.
Right.
So let me just chill, because I'm supposed to be on this little 21-day fast in my church, and I'm struggling with it.
And don't let nobody block your blessings.
But I'm going to say this, though. That's why I say a voice for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I got 6 grandkids, and 2 of them are black grandsons.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to bring your little whatever
Behind.
you believe in Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't South Carolina. This ain't the South. You're a long way from the South, buddy. Talking about no white supremacy. Then you had a sign saying that my council member is a, is a bad influence. Son, you ain't seen a bad influence. You don't realize where you at. But see, this is why I said we got to stop fighting each other. Because in that Great War, they sitting there arguing amongst each other. And he's saying that. And he's used the opportunity to slither his little stuff in there. But guess what? He's going to be stopped in his tracks. It's not happening in Ward 8.
Y'all heard it. She ain't playing with none of y'all.
Speak on it, Garvey.
Come on, Garvey. Speak up.
It's tough. The youngest, do you know, the parents are younger. So that's one of the problems. Mental health. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these youngers, you know, if your mother's on drugs, you ain't got no father, and you grow up like that, you grow up cold. So you don't have no feelings and a lot of love for a lot of people. And, you know, it definitely do start at home because, like, we can say all we want. But, like, I be telling people all the time, like, you know, I'm into the music stuff. I be telling these people, like, if you got kids that rap or something, I really think you should get behind that because although the lyrics can be, you know, it could be a bit vulgar, but what would you rather him doing? Would you rather him rapping or would you rather him really in the streets doing it? And, you know, people don't support these youngers like that.
They don't.
I see it all the time. Like, the family don't support them. And then they get killed. Now it's, you know, you supposed to support them then. So it's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but definitely it's the parenting because like I said, these parents they younger. Like my mother,
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
We live in a day and age now where more people show up to the funeral than they do the graduation.
But let me tell you something. That's God, baby. Like COVID. COVID set the whole world at halt.
Mm-hmm.
He said God set the whole world. You know why? Because God, it's a scripture. God says, until every knee bow and every tongue confess that he is Lord. You ain't Lord because you 640, bam, 640. You ain't Lord because you cute. You ain't Lord. I'm not Lord. No matter who you call God, God is above all.
Mm-hmm.
And until we as women and men get back to the basics, raise our children the way God said we supposed to raise them,
Right.
or Allah, or whoever you believe in, until we start really
And the
putting
Bible
fear of
does say
God-
beat your child.
Yes,
For those
it says
that
spare the rod, you spoil the child.
Spoil the child. Spare the rod, spoil the child. That is scripture. It says beat your child.
So back to what you were saying about the rap music. I used to couldn't stand that stuff. Now, on my video when I was coming here, let me tell you something. Trap music keep me going.
Well, a lot of it. See,
Wait a minute, I seen
I'm
a
sorry.
video on Pennsylvania Avenue. Somebody put in a great way. I can't believe these MFs and such and such and such.
Oh, they shut the
Damn.
295 there. They making a video right there.
I saw
Travis.
that, I saw that.
I couldn't do that.
Guess what I
wasn't gonna
said?
do
Guess
that.
what I said? I'd rather be on this kind of scene
Yeah.
where they out there talking about whatever they talking about and rapping, stop traffic, than be on a homicide.
Yeah, a lot of that
Support
stuff.
these youngins, whatever they doing when it comes to this. No,
all
this
I'm
ain't the
saying.
most constructive thing.
But it's
But
keeping
if
their
this is
ass
what-
out of trouble.
If this is what they got going on, support them. Because one day they could be Shy Glizzy. They could be the baby.
Yeah.
They could be you. But how will we know if we don't ever try to support them? How
Right.
will we know?
Right.
I mean, that's always been a big issue out here in this city. And I feel like, for real, because I'm intertwined with the youth, I know a lot of them. And I see what they go through. Like, one of my youngest that was just on live, that's one of my youngest I raised him. He got 50 years.
50 years.
Yeah,
I'm going
he
to drop
went to
dead in the
college,
court.
but
The
he
judge
went to-
say 50
he
years,
went to
I'm dying
college.
right there on the scene.
He went to college. That's why the judge gave him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he got back, it was nothing for him to do. A lot of this stuff, I say war, is inevitable in life. In life, people clash. It's not just black on black. It's white on white. People clash. But what I be trying to tell these youngins is, can we find a way, first, like, we can't tell them to stop killing, like, totally, because a lot of stuff just gone. But what I be begging for these youngins to do is, at least let's stop the petty stuff first. Let's try to minimize that. People get killed for shoes and you carjacking somebody or,
Ain't that the dumbest crime? You can't keep the car.
man, it's not even about
But
that.
they
It's
using
the
the car to
thrill.
pull moves.
It ain't even about that. It's the thrill. Because if you think
But
about
we
it,
got to
none-
find another thrill for them.
if you think about it, none of this stuff really add up. If you in the streets hustling
Right.
keys and stuff like that, you get you a good 5-year run or something. But when you get caught, now you got 20. The math don't add up on that.
But not just that. Every night when you go in the house, you looking over your shoulder. When you lay down, you like, God, I thank you.
Yeah.
You know, you like, God, I thank you. We got to really put something else into the minds of these. My grandson, he don't like to get whooped because my daughter don't believe in whooping. I whooped the H out of my kid, and I ain't never had to whoop her because she was like my godsend child. But my grandson, he bad as I don't know what. I be like, Isaiah, sit down. For you, no one's going to whoop me.
Oh,
That's
I'll
another
whoop your
thing
ass.
these
So I had to
girls.
try to never move for him, right?
Yeah.
I said, Isaiah, now the great clean up. You want to be my helper? He jump up. He can't keep
Aw.
still. So
That's
he want
another
to be the
thing,
helper.
though.
So I got to redirect all of that because I don't believe.
Man, we do with the drug scene, you gonna do all that. But every time you get a job, the door slammed in your face.
Well, you
Good
know,
job.
it's legislation. It's legislation. Barbara White, Councilmember Barbara White at large, he wrote a bill that when ex-offenders come home, like, they're not even supposed to ask you stuff like that on the application. And then if they hire you, I don't know exactly how the bill go, but if they already hire you,
They say that.
they come back and find out. But that's when
Yeah, but they say that,
that's
but
when
then
your
they fire
advocacy,
you.
because we got to learn to be advocates for ourselves. That's when we got to come and say, nah, it's a bill on DC legislation that you already hired me, you can't fire me.
But everybody not gonna have that information.
They're
And-
not gonna
and-
have it,
and
but
to
people gotta
persuade
start. Yeah, but we gotta start. We gotta first, like I say, CYA, cover your own. We gotta really like pour into ourselves, cause it ain't gonna always be a Trayon White. It ain't gonna always be a Bams. It ain't gonna always be me. It ain't gonna always. We gotta teach people. Go back to the basics and teach our people how to be self.
I had a friend, he came home. He did 20 years. Came home. And he was just doing everything for like the first 2-3 years trying to walk the correct line. And the way life is set up for black men, it's going to drive you back to that.
Not necessarily, no, it's a choice. Because I got a friend
No,
that
it's
worked with
definitely
me.
a choice, but
He
you're going to weigh
did
your
22.
options.
You know Ramo.
Yeah.
22 years.
Yeah.
Look at Mama Lou. All that time Mama Lou did. They came home with it's in the mind. You know what change start, baby? In the mind.
Of course, all the
Change
time.
start in the mind.
But
And
it
once we
could
get in
be-
our mind that we're going to change, and we're going to, sometimes I don't want to get up and do nothing. But I had a mindset, a new mindset, that, okay, I had my kids young, so I can go try to help other mothers now.
But suppose
It's
the
in the
vibes
mind.
around you not
Then you
that
gotta
same
get out of
mindset.
that environment.
But see, that's not easy. Say
It's not
Because
easy.
your baby mother, she one of the ones. She the poison too.
You got to leave them alone.
See, that's how my man got ended up caught back up
Yeah,
because
but
she was
see, I
putting the
think in our
pressure on him.
community, people
Hold
gotta
on,
understand.
finish.
People in our community gotta understand something. Just because you make a baby with somebody doesn't mean you have to stay with that person. And we want to break this
Hey, listen.
stereotype of us not staying together
What
so
he's saying,
bad.
poison, is because it's not that. Dog, like my baby mother.
I knew he was going to go there.
My baby mother would see me on here and think, oh, people telling me you doing big, or you got this, or somebody said I blew 10,000 at a club. 10,000?
Wow.
I ain't even got 1,000. I'm for real. I'm absurd. I'm being honest. So when that, like he said, there's the point, she already down in child support. She already
Oh,
trying
wow.
to make your life
That's
worse
true.
than she
So-
can
That's
make
true.
it.
So when that's going on, that's a different pressure for a man. See, I'm blessed because I'm not going through that, but I know a lot of partners who fighting through this.
Yeah.
And when they do relapse and go back, it's hard for me to. You can't judge them. You want them to do right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them out here committing crimes like killing people and stuff like that. But you know that's how people get back in jail because just all the surroundings around.
But the
you come
system
home,
is designed for the black man to fail.
See, that's the part I'm saying.
But
So,
that's when we as black women come in. We got to do our role. We got to start supporting these
don't
black
nobody
men.
fight for us.
Baby,
Don't
I'm fighting
nobody-
every day.
No, I'm not
about to
saying.
say,
No,
I
and
no,
I got,
no,
and
no,
I
no.
got one black son
Yeah.
biologically.
Right.
But we need.
But I'm fighting for a
we
whole
need
community
a
of
million of
sons.
yous. We need people who going door to door to hold people accountable.
But that's what I need you too. Like the other day, the police jump out. Everybody thought it was the gun unit on First and Wilmington in my SMD. It's a new team called the 7th District Crime Suppression Team. And we want all the guns off the street. Because I'm about tired of it, right? But they portraying it so like they're the gun unit. They jump out on the youngest, throw them out the chair, flip them, take about $9.50 off
Oh,
of them.
wow.
They take them, ride them somewhere in another neighborhood. So bam, like, damn, look at Momo. He from Congress Park. Look at him. He in the car with the police. What they gonna think he is?
A snitch.
Then they,
Understand.
then they bring him back, right?
this is-
Then they take him up 70 and charge him with an APO, assault on a police officer. You assaulted this young man. He ain't touched you not one time. But anyway, moving forward, the next day, no paper, charges gone.
Yeah,
What a young man
that's how they
money.
do that.
Know what they said? Oh, we had a meeting, myself and the councilman. We had a meeting with the commander. Oh, they ain't had no money in the property. Then y'all a thief with a badge.
tell him.
Wait a
what-
minute, y'all a
Hold on.
thief with a badge. 'Cause guess what?
Oh, no.
2 days later, he got to call the district attorney to get his money. The U.S. attorney. He ain't had to call the U.S. attorney when they took the money.
Right.
So myself, another community member, we went and met with the head commander at 70.
Let me ask you
and the
this.
team. Guess where his money at?
Where?
Back at 70, waiting for him
But
to come
guess
pick
what,
it
But
up.
let me
though?
ask you a question. What's gonna happen when now you done drove this baby to another ward and somebody kill this baby?
They
Wh-
weren't.
What's
They
gonna
don't
happen?
care.
It's by, you didn't hear
They
me
just
say
ain't
it's-
their charge,
It's
so
by
they don't care.
design. It's by design.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, that's
Yes.
crazy.
Do you ever think guns will stop coming in?
Well, first of all, we
To
ain't got
be-
no gun manufacturers in D.C. Let's be clear.
We ain't even talking. I'm just
So
saying.
we already
period.
know we only had 3 police officers from the 7th district charged and arrested and indicted for distributing guns in our community.
Right.
So somebody higher than us, than our sons, than our nephews,
Right.
is dropping these guns in our
And
community.
it's gonna always
We
be.
believe that, but we got to get into the mindset. I got to say, bam, I know such and such a tried to play with you last night,
Right,
but I'm gonna need you because you're a father. You got a beautiful son.
right.
I'm gonna need you not to argue with him no more. Let his downfall be because I seen him breaking. I seen when you went up to that next level. You know what he said, and it is never too late for a man to say, you know what, bam, I was wrong.
Right.
And that brought you all the way down because you was at the point. What you want to do? You don't want to
Right.
do nothing. We got to get to a point what we could do, we don't have any conflict resolution going on right now.
Right. Everybody wants to complain, but nobody has a solution.
We need conflict. I need to teach you. It ain't that serious, bro.
Right.
No, I'm right here thinking.
No, I'm saying.
No.
No, right, I thought
I'm
because I
using
just
for an
took a breath.
example. I gotta
Right.
I gotta say, you know what? I know he took $1,500 off you.
Right.
I know he hit you in the head with a gun, perhaps. But I need you to understand, it ain't that serious. Cause guess what?
You're still alive.
You alive. You ain't. My whole thing is let her tell the story. People be laughing.
Yes.
I'm gonna be able to walk away from this because I'm
You
gonna
better
let her tell
know
the
it.
story.
You better know it.
Now I ain't gonna snitch, and I ain't gonna say, oh, you know what? His name Bam
But
640.
the only
He
thing
live
that-
right here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thank God that I'm walking away from this because
But let
if
me
Bam
tell
keep
you the
living
other
like he
flip.
living, he gonna be a victim of his own demise.
But this how I flip the other side of the coin. This how I be. This how I'm saying like it's crazy and frustrating how stuff go down. Now,
Right.
say for instance, the youngin he do decide to go that route, but what happens to him is he become food. Meaning, the word done got out. Oh, he's sweet. You can rob him. Now somebody else trying to rob him. And that's
one of the
that's
sad
why it's
flips
tough for
to it.
men, for boys, because I know like me going to school, I had to fight going to
Yeah.
school, and then when you beefing that, I ain't necessarily with it because I'm just a kid, but they say, oh, he from around there, so just for me being from around there, I don't have to be active, none of that. So now as a kid, when you going to school, you not really into that life, but you hear about it, the streets, this, that. And then the other side say, oh, he from there, and you get jumped. So now, in somewhere in your heart, you feel like, oh, well, I am really with this. And then that's when the mistakes start
But guess
coming
what?
in.
You got people in my community that's leaders, right? They don't do the police. I'm in the medium. God ain't create me to do all this good work, right? Not to have an open mindset. So I took another community member who said, you know what, sis? We got to change this. We got to change the paradigm of this. I went and I met with the leadership at 7D because somebody got to do it. All that I don't talk to the police, I'm pro Black Lives Matter. I'm going to give a shout out. Hey, Nene, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to give a shout out. But guess what? I'm going to sit my black mama behind at that table and I'm going to let them know, y'all wrong. I took the community engagement class. They teach you about the protocols of MPD. Y'all wrong. Stop it what you're doing because guess what? The next time y'all jump out and put y'all hands on these young men, they going to put their hands on y'all. That's the worst thing. We don't want this happening. So I'm here telling you, stop what you're doing before it turn the other way. Because guess what? Y'all want to keep shooting? When they get into their mindset, when they shoot, we shoot, we're going to have a terrible situation and they're going to end well. So I am that person. I will go, and I'm in the medium. I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to say, hey, this is what's going on there. But I'm going to also come back to you and say, let me tell you something, John. If you want to smoke, go in whoever house and smoke. Don't sit right here on the block at the curb where they're going to ride past.
Don't provoke them.
Don't give them no reason to mess with you. Go behind the building in the parking lot. And I know it's hard because y'all been doing
all
this.
your friends right there.
But I get that, but y'all gotta stop giving them a reason.
You gotta help me help you. You gotta help
stop
me.
provoking them. When they walk up to you, y'all F you, get out my face like y'all provoking
But see,
them.
it's built up anger though.
But see-
it just don't stop.
But they
whatever
wear
going on-
uniforms, so they get paid to take all of that.
Right.
Because the police are for what? To fight crime. Ain't no crime being committed if y'all sitting there smoking, because guess what? You got folk that don't look like us, who smoke more than our people do, who wanted this bill on the docket so it can get passed. So that's
But
what a
it's
real
just
situation
it's
is.
not what you do, it's how y'all do it.
It's how you do it. They know I don't like weed. I come up on the scene, I sit up there, they be like, what's up, Miss Gigi? They trying to put, I'm like, y'all don't gotta hide y'all weed. They know I don't like the smell of it, right? But at the same time, I'm not there to ridicule them for that. How many of y'all registered to vote? How many of y'all got y'all GED? So what y'all gonna do? What's y'all next plan?
Right.
Because I don't want to keep coming on the scene where they done put their hands on y'all, or on the scene where one of y'all done lost a loved one. I don't want to keep coming to that. I want to see y'all doing something, working to y'all potential, because I know you got potential.
Right.
Hey, I usually do one thing before I do any for shout outs, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. To the people that don't know you, if they moving in 8 Ward for the first time and they register to vote, why should they vote for Miss Virginia?
You know why? Because what my buttons say, I'm a voice for the people. Like the song I was listening to, I pull up. I don't care what time you call me, I'm going to pull up. I don't got no money, but I do have a voice. I do have the love of God, and I had the power of God in me. And I think I could do all things through Christ.
Amen.
I can move mountains. That's why you're going to vote for me, because when the senior citizen called me, because somebody kept taking her trash can, she can't get out there and look for her trash can. I'm going to go. When the senior citizen on Upsall, the man living over here running an illegal rooming house, got all these cars from Virginia tags, parking in her handicap spot. How you doing, sir? Who is you? I'm Commissioner Pixley. Here go my ID. Do you know who owned that truck? Because it keep parking in her parking space. What you got to do with it? I'm the ANC commissioner. What's that? First of all, calm down. Are you running? Do you have a license to run this rooming house? Oh, I'm telling them don't park there no more. Thank you. You have a good day.
Right.
Oh, Miss Virginia, I don't got no food. Well, do you have transportation? Let me take you up here to Martha's table. They passing out food from 9 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
This what community serving. This what servantship look like. And I ain't trying to get in your business. I don't care about the baby fathers. You need diapers. They give out diapers on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Right.
Let me take, but you gotta go because they know I ain't got no babies.
Right.
They need to see you with your babies, birth certificate, or whatever their requirements are. It's about serving. It's about helping out people, not sitting there giving them a handout, but
And
showing
saying
them how to
that's-
become self-sufficient. And that's why my advocacy has changed. I need to help you
Right.
because I don't raise my kids. So let me
Because see,
tell
somebody
you how I
young
did
like
it.
me, that's like, for me, I know that's one of my biggest complaints is that when it's time for the resources that's needed, it's hard to get an answer. Like, you get ran around so much that it's nobody to literally be like, look, this is what you...
We too judgmental. I don't care you got 5 kids and 6 baby fathers. That ain't none of
Hold
my
on, wait a
damn
minute,
business. I'm just saying.
It's my business, baby. Move over.
It ain't none of my business. Because guess what? If I don't help you, then we're going to have 5 kids that's going
Struggling.
to grow up and be dysfunctional because nobody helped this mother. I had mothers. I ain't always been this great mom. I had to learn how to do this. And I tell my oldest daughter, she's 32, we grew up together. Because it was times when I ain't had diapers. And I had to lay her on the bed with some newspaper and put the towel on top of the newspaper because I ain't had no diapers. And sometimes she look like she want to cry. Dang, Mom, the struggle was real. I look like I got money. I don't got money. I ain't got nothing but the love of Christ in my life.
Exactly.
But I got resources. And I'm tied to a whole lot, and that's how I can help you. And that's why they need to vote for me again, so I can finish the job that I started.
All right,
She got my vote,
All right,
baby.
Garvey, give you a shout out. You know everybody listening to
She got me up here about to cry.
Before I say this, Garvey, and I see you,
Man.
and I sure, and I have to say this, and then I have to say this. You know what I'm saying? I had Ging on. What, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, he was here, and I look in his face and I just see Tay, and like that was a big hit in your life. Like, how did you bounce back from like your best friend? You seen Tay, you seen Garvey, you seen like they never was apart from each other. I'm like, damn, do y'all niggas live together? But how did you bounce back from that death?
It took a lot. I mean, you know, that took half of me, son. Like, you know, we since kids.
I remember that love when G broke down and cried. You broke down and cried. I was like, oh man,
Every day. So you know what I mean? But
that's how I feel about.
But when you
rum.
look at life,
That's the way I do.
see, you know, and like I said, the thing was when that happened to Tay, we really weren't even active like that. So you know, it was a surprise. You know, back then when we was living crazy, we had talked about stuff like that.
I was shocked, and it was me hurting that I wondered, was you gonna bounce back from, because you actually got shot with him.
Right.
Like, you seen your best friend, like y'all was together, and y'all was together the day he took his last breath. So I like, man, Garvey, I couldn't imagine. I was thinking about Ging too, but mostly I just thought, damn, Garvey too.
Man, when you been through so much, man, you just look at it like, man, that's God work.
Right.
When it's your time to go. You can't duck it. You can't run from it or nothing. And I wouldn't be doing him no service if I'm sitting around here stressing out. Well, I was stressed out for a long time though, but it took me some time to get over. But you just gotta look at life and keep it going.
I like that because it seemed like that after that, like you changed, like, damn, I'm blessed, I'm here, so I gotta start reaching out to the young. Like your whole mode flip, even though you was going through. I said, man, he's still pushing it. He's still pushing it. Hey, what, we got a call?
What's going on, caller?
Carla, go ahead before we get out of here.
Hey, look here, real
We're
quick.
gonna have a
Regina
call.
Priestley.
What's going on, caller? Say your name for us and tell us what's going on with you.
Okay, my name is Jacques Chevalier. I'm a pro-black landlord in Southeast that got a building that's in immaculate condition. I'm looking for a two-bedroom voucher holder in Southeast, and I want to know if Miss Pixley might know someone with all the different contacts. I'd like to leave my number.
He got a what?
He's looking for a
and help a black
two-bedroom
man out.
voucher holder in D.C.
Or one-bedroom voucher holder. They can have a one or two-bedroom
I sure
Section 8
do.
voucher holder.
Why do they have to have
Take
a
my number-
voucher
take my
like?
number right quick.
I
please.
sure do.
All right, Miss
They gonna
Pixley,
write it down. I
please take
sure
this
do. I
number.
know
We gonna write his
plenty.
number.
I know plenty of mothers right now. Mother living there. I ain't gonna say the name of the apartment complex.
No, don't say her name. Don't say her name.
But I'm
you know,
saying
that's why I'm
she
calling you.
need
Yeah,
to
'cause I know
move like
sometimes people need
tomorrow.
to
She
move.
has a voucher. Yes.
All right, look.
But
Look
what
at God.
about people that want to
202?
pay straight up? Because some people might
I-
want to watch and pay straight up that don't have a voucher, that do have a
But
job.
that's
you
on
see.
him because he the
Yeah.
property
Oh,
owner.
okay.
Yeah, he more so looking
Oh.
for the people with the vouchers who really need them spots. Right
Oh, all
now.
right.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That was